So if you haven't been keeping up with the Dragon Ball Super manga, you may only have a vague idea of who Moro is and what exactly has been going on in the Galactic Patrol Arc, which is the newest canon storyline. Another way to put that is it's the newest arc in the official Dragon Ball Super story. This is all after the events of the Broly movie. Here in the West, the Broly movie was released early in 2019, but the Galactic Patrol Arc started in the manga a few months before that, in late 2018. Which means that we're well over a year now since the beginning of this arc, and since then some pretty substantial things have been added to the Dragon Ball Super story. This includes a hidden angel in Universe 7, signs that Goku may be making Ultra Instinct a more stable ability for himself really soon, and Vegeta training to obtain some crazy abilities. By crazy, I mean potentially having the ability to grow to Uzaru size in his base form without transforming. Oh, and let's not forget Moro, who has established himself as a villain that we need to take seriously, given all the new abilities and implications that his existence has brought to light. In this video, I will be talking about all of that. I'm gonna quickly get you guys up to date first on the story and then discuss what a lot of this stuff can mean for the future of the series. Do Crew. First of all, if you're down with the Do Crew, hashtag Do Crew in the comments below. You know who you are. You've been following the channel for a while and you enjoy the content. Stick around till the end of this video. I'll discuss some stuff specifically for you guys for the Do Crew. But for now, let's just hop into this video. So if you don't read the manga at all and maybe you're just completely in the dark about what's going on with the story, I made a video for you a while back. It's about the beginning of the Galactic Patrol arc. It's still super relevant, so I'll link it in the description below if you want to check it out. If you don't have time, here's a quick summary. After Goku and Vegeta had their scrap with Broly, they decided that they needed to get stronger. They needed to start training again. While doing that, they got a call from Hercule saying that Majin Buu is being kidnapped. Buu is still in that deep sleep at this point. So Goku and Vegeta head over to Hercule's house. It turns out that the guys that were taking Buu were part of the Galactic Patrol. I'm sure you guys remember the Galactic Patrol are like the police of the entire universe. We only really knew one of them up until this point, and that was Jacko. He is the patrolman that is in charge of the sector of the universe that contains Earth. We also met the king of the entire Galactic Patrol organization during the tournament between Universe 6 and 7. Anyway, they're taking Majin Buu, and of course these guys are technically good guys, but when Goku and Vegeta show up, they don't know that. So Goku starts boxing, knocking these guys out left and right, until one of the patrolmen managed to not only knock out Goku, but also Vegeta, moving too fast for either one of them to react in time. So obviously when this happened, a lot of people were upset because who is this dude, right? There isn't supposed to be anyone in Universe 7 who is stronger than Goku and Vegeta, with the exception of people like Beerus, Whis, and Broly. I mean, this is why we had to take some of the weaker guys like Tien, Master Roshi, and even Krillin to the Tournament of Power. But I'm getting off topic. Let me get back to the point. We found out that the guy who knocked out Goku and Vegeta, his name is Beerus. He's a Galactic Patrolman. And I'm just gonna leave that right there for now because we're gonna come back to him in a little bit. But let's continue with the story. The reason why they kidnapped Majin Buu was because a bad guy, a super duper threat, broke out of the Galactic Patrol prison, and the only person who sort of knows how to deal with him is the Dio Kaioshin, otherwise known as the Lord of Lords, and he was absorbed by Majin Buu millions of years ago, so he's still dormant within Buu. This is about where the summary of the previous video ends. There's still some good analysis there about the demon realm and other things, but for the purposes of this video, you're caught up. Anyway, the super duper bad guy that broke out, that's Moro. And at first, everyone, myself included, was kind of like, who is this dude? Like, if we're talking about Majin Buu power levels, the Super Saiyan 3, like, he is a joke compared to Goku and Vegeta now. Why should we care? Well, as the story developed, we learned exactly why we should care about Moro. And let me just cut to the chase. It is because of his ability to absorb the life force of any living thing around him. This includes planets, specific people, trees, whatever. Moro takes their life force, sort of like what Goku does with the Spirit Bomb, but he does it forcefully, and he could then use that power to attack or just store it within himself and make himself stronger. And as of right now, it seems as if there is no limit to the amount of life force or power that he can store within himself. And it's not like he's a battery or something. He doesn't just store the power so he could release it all in one go or something like that. He actually feeds on it. It's his food, so it physically makes him stronger. For reference, this is what Moro looked like when he broke out of the galactic prison, and this is what he looks like right now. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before they knew about his abilities, Goku and Vegeta went over to meet Moro thinking he was just going to be light work. Moro went to the new planet Namek to use the Dragon Balls, and although Goku and Vegeta were much stronger than Moro initially, because they didn't know about his ability, Moro absorbed all of their power. Not only that, he also absorbed all of the power from planet Namek, new planet Namek, and managed to use the Dragon Balls to release all the prisoners in the Galactic Patrol prison. Goku and Vegeta managed to heal up and go after Moro again, but again they were defeated by his powers, and they were barely able to escape thanks to the Daikaio-Shin within Majin Buu temporarily regaining consciousness. Alright, I want to stop right here for a second and talk about Moro's power level at this point in the story. And this is how I want to do it. I want to start with a question. If you have an answer or an opinion about this, leave it in the comments below, because I'm genuinely interested to hear what you guys have to say, especially the Dooku, because a lot of you guys are pretty clever and can often give me a new perspective on things. So this is my question. If someone absorbs all of Goku's power, does it then make them as powerful as Goku? You see where I'm going with this? Like back in the day when power levels were the most important thing, if Goku was at power level 1 million and someone came along and drained all of Goku's power to the point where Goku didn't even have enough ki to fly, and we know that doesn't take a lot. Videl, Gohan's wife, with a power level of a little over 200 could fly. So let's assume Goku's power level is drained from 1 million to below 200. Does that mean that the person who absorbed that power, all that power, is now at 1 million power level themselves? The reason I'm asking this is because based off of how you think and interpret that question, Moro's power level at the moment has to easily be one of the highest, one of the strongest we've seen in the entire series. Moro has absorbed the full strength of not just Goku, but Goku and Vegeta together from Super Saiyan Blue. And he didn't just do this once, he did this twice. Not to mention the ki from the planets and all the other life forms of various strengths that he's been absorbing since he fought Goku and Vegeta. Moro right now has to be in control of more ki than we've ever seen in one place in the entire series. And if you guys remember, since the start of Dragon Ball Super, power has always been about ki control. Listen, in my opinion, if you look at this objectively, as of right now, Moro is one of the most powerful beings that we've ever seen in the entire series. Now, being powerful and can they beat fill in the blank in a fight are two different things. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. Leave it in the comments, please. Answer that question, let me know. Either way though, regardless of how you feel about Moro, there is no ignoring him anymore. There's no saying, oh, he's trash, he can't compete with Goku and Vegeta. He is a serious threat, a serious problem. Goku and Vegeta recognize this, and that's why they're off training right now. So to finish up the summary, after Goku and Vegeta got defeated by Moro the second time, Vegeta headed off to planet Yardrat to learn some technique, and Goku decided that he was going to train with Miris, the same guy who knocked him out at the beginning of the video. I'm going to come back to Miris again, but let me touch on Vegeta first. At first, when Vegeta was going to planet Yardrat, some people thought he was going to try to learn instant transmission. I made a video about that as well. I never thought that. I knew he was trying to go and learn something that would help him fight Moro on a more even playing field. Help him use his strength to fight against Moro. So Vegeta gets to Yardrat, and guess what he's going to learn? He is going to learn ki control. I'm telling you guys, Dragon Ball Super is all about ki control. It's no longer just about growing your own power. You can get power from anywhere. You just have to know how to control it. Anyway, Vegeta is learning ki control, and we found out that things like instant transmission is done because the Yardrats have unique ways of controlling their ki. They gave us 3 examples. They could use their ki for instant transmission, duplication, and giantification, which is just getting really big. Now, this is a real thing in Dragon Ball Super. In the story, we've seen people like Piccolo use it, where he multiplies his size and his strength. Obviously, the Saiyans have their own natural form of giantification, which is the Uzaru transformation. But it seems as if with ki control, Vegeta could potentially learn how to do this without having to transform. Now, I'm not saying this means for a fact that Vegeta will learn this, but those are the 3 examples they gave us. I really don't see how any of them are going to be super effective against Moro, so it makes me feel as if something even more crazy is going to come out of Vegeta training with the Yardrats, especially when you consider that it has to compete with what Goku is doing, which is training with Miris to master Ultra Instinct. Here we go. It's that time of the video. I said I was going to talk about this Miris dude, but this video is already getting too long, so tune in next time. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Miris! Listen, shout out to Toyotaro and Akira Toriyama for this one, because they definitely set us up. I read and watch One Piece. I'm probably as big of a One Piece fan as I am a Dragon Ball Super fan. And one of the reasons why I love One Piece is because Oda, who is the mangaka who creates the series, he does an amazing job at foreshadowing things. I feel like this happens a lot in Dragon Ball as well, but for some reason, Dragon Ball has the reputation of being dumbed down. What you see is what you get. There's no foreshadowing. It's pointless talking about theories. There's a huge group of people who see Dragon Ball that way. I think that for anyone who's paying attention, the way that Miris was revealed to us shows that there's definitely a lot of depth in the Dragon Ball series. But let me get to the point. So Miris stuns both Goku and Vegeta. They wake up on the ship. Everyone is like, hey, that doesn't make sense. Who is this Miris guy? Goku notices something is weird about Miris. He realizes that Miris knows far more about martial arts and combat than he's letting on. So he asks Miris to train him. Miris has access to a room similar to the hyperbolic time chamber. That's where they go to train. After they get in the chamber, it turns out that Miris knows Ultra Instinct. Not only that, it seems as if Miris is an angel like Whis and Vados, who abandoned his angelic duties and joined the Galactic Patrolmen. I know that's a lot, and I know that sounds crazy, and I really want to talk about that, and I will. But I swear to you guys, the first time I saw Miris, my first thought was, this guy looks like a lame angel wannabe. Then in the chapter a few months ago, I saw Miris assume the same combat stance that Whis does. And that's the first time I took seriously that Miris had to be involved with the angels in some way. I figured he had to have had some sort of connection to the angels, but it really wasn't enough evidence to say he was an angel himself. But now, as of chapter 54 of Dragon Ball Super, it's pretty much confirmed that Miris is an angel or has some sort of angel blood in him. I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened and tell you what I think is going on. Whis is watching Miris train Goku. He has a somewhat neutral to unpleasant look on his face. This is happening while he's waiting to meet with the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest arrives and Whis says to him, I presume you are aware that Universe 7 is once again in discord. The Grand Priest responds, it seems that way. Universe 7 is certainly a restless one. Whis replies and says, I'm deeply ashamed for it. The Grand Priest pretty much ignores him and says, well, what business do you have with me? I don't suppose you intend to ask for your universe to be saved. This right here is pretty interesting, but this is for a different video. Who said the universe was in danger? Yeah, Moro is running around doing stuff, but Goku and Vegeta, or definitely Beerus, should be able to take care of him, right? So why would the Grand Priest suggest that the entire universe need to be saved? Anyway, let's keep going. Whis responds and says, I would never. We angels must maintain neutrality, siding with neither good nor evil. Just so, said the Grand Priest. Then what do you ask of me? There is something I wish to confirm concerning the angel laws. Whis responds. And then the Grand Priest says with a smile, the matter of Miris, I suppose. And then Whis says with an unpleasant look on his face, you are aware then. Okay, so that's what happened. Here's what I take from this page. First of all, both the Grand Priest and Whis are aware of the situation with Miris being in Universe 7. So they both know who Miris is. But it seems like they recently found out where he is, or at least they haven't spoken about it before, because Whis didn't know whether or not the Grand Priest was aware of Miris's location. Whis also found it important enough to show up almost instantly to talk to the Grand Priest after he realized where Miris was. We know this because Whis is currently watching Miris, and Miris is still training Goku. All of that, plus what Whis actually wanted to talk to the Grand Priest about, which was the angelic laws. I believe, and you guys can tell me below if you agree or disagree, that this all heavily implies that Miris is a former angel who broke angelic laws. What specific law did he break? Well, when you take into consideration Miris's personality so far, his job, and what the Grand Priest and Whis discussed, I think the law that Miris broke was he did not maintain neutrality. He chose to side with good over evil, and because of that, he had to abandon his angelic duties. But I think it goes even a little bit further than that. I think Miris is on the run from the angels, from the Grand Priest. I think this is why he never uses the full extent of his power, because if he does, they would be able to sense and find him. I think Miris assumed that by going into his version of the hyperbolic time chamber, that he could unleash more of his power and still remain invisible to the angels. But he was obviously wrong. Maybe Goku is causing him to release too much energy. Whatever the cause is, somehow both the Grand Priest and Whis were able to locate Miris when he got in this room. Those are my thoughts on Miris. I may do another video talking about him specifically because I think this is super interesting. I definitely will be talking about why the Grand Priest said the entire universe needs to be saved. And that leads me to the final topic of the video. I told you specifically I wanted to talk to the Do Crew. We're already 16 minutes in, so I know if you made it this far, you are definitely down with the squad. You are definitely part of the Do Crew. I wanted to talk to you guys about my video schedule. I'm currently working on 3 videos. They're all at various points of development. One is a Yamoshi video. It's definitely one of the most unique videos I've ever made. It's all custom art and animation. The second is the Zycor video that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for, the final chapter of the Zycor video. And the last one is the video talking in full detail about why both the Grand Priest and Whis seem to believe that Universe 7 is in extreme danger at the moment. Even with Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus, and heck, even Broly available to take care of Moro. Do Crew, let me know which one of those videos you want to see done first. Yamoshi, Zycor, or Universe 7. Leave that below as well in your comment. Either way, that's it for me. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Do Crew, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. This month is going to be an excellent month to be subscribed to the channel. I promise you that. If you haven't yet, grab yourself a copy of the Yamoshi book for the holiday season. It'll be a perfect gift for anyone who enjoys this series. Link is in the description. Thank you to everyone who's already ordered their copy. That's it for me. I am going to be talking to you again real soon. Have a great day. Bye.